Vanakkam, Vandanam, Namaste, Namaskar, good evening, and welcome to the most enlightening show of all time, Post-Mortem with Bala Nagendran, only on Radio Udaan, Flight of Life. You're listening to Radio Udaan, Flight of Life, the vehicle that transforms your life from stress to bliss. And this is your Bala Nagendran live from Chennai has come to provide you an impartial analysis of an issue on your most enlightening show of all time, Post-Mortem. Enlightenment begins here. Tune into Radio Udaan or else log into radioudaan.com, www.radioudaan.com, www.radioudaan.com to know more about us 24/7. If you want to listen to Radio Udaan 24/7 as well as if you want to know more about us, log into www.radioudaan.com and have a ping of your life. You can learn about us, you can read about us, you can know about the program agenda, you can know about Radio Udaan updates. And as of now, the real countdown has begun as we are moving towards the city of pearls to have our 4th birthday. Radio Udaan completes 3 successful years and steps into her 4th year of mellifluous extravaganza journey with flamboyance. And Jan 28th Saturday is gonna be the magnanimous juncture of all time as Radio Udaan heads south. As we are progressing further, day by day, you might be expecting adventurous things on Radio Udaan, Flight of Life at the celebration of Radio Udaan's 3rd birthday. 2014 February 2nd, Sunday, 7 p.m. Radio Udaan exactly began its journey. And since then, it has been moving day by day with an untouchable heights that none have hitherto been dared to touch. Radio Udaan, Flight of Life has the concoction of diverse events to felicitate and facilitate all of you. Stay with us on Radio Udaan, Flight of Life. You're going to listen the most enlightening show, the update of what we have seen last week, part 2. After listening to the show, we are looking forward to your feedback. Go to radioudaan.com after 9 p.m. tonight and select the show Post-Mortem with Bala Nagendran. Before that, you have to find the link, submit feedback, and select the show Post-Mortem with Bala Nagendran. Rate the show as per what you feel about the quality of content, quality of presentation, and the information shared with you. In the way you like your Post-Mortem, your most enlightening show to be enlightened. You can also request the archive of your favorite shows. For instance, if you want to listen Post-Mortem, you can request archive by filling up the request archive form. Or else, if you want to be a part of Radio Udaan family, fill up the form interested in being a Martech on www.radioudaan.com. Go to youtube.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to have Udaan smart way, Udaan in a smart way, and if you are a smartphone user, go to Google Play Store and download Radio Udaan Android app. Yes, we are on Android as well, so download and enjoy Radio Udaan 24/7. 4 hours of its live show, 4 hours of its re-webcast, and 16 hours of segments, special segments, transmissions, and mellifluous musical extravaganza. And today, as I've said, we are going to see the addition of what we have seen last week about bull embracing competition, Jallikattu, that has come to its end with the ordinance of the state government of Tamil Nadu into the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960. What are the impacts? What are the ordinance making power means? How far this is possible? If this can be inducted, what is in stake for the other states to do so? How far we are going to be expecting the changing political scenario after the protest, non-violent protest, ended with violence, stoning, firing, lathi charge. Things will be in front of all of you throughout this enlightening show post-mortem. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. You're listening to Radio Udaan with Balanagindran live from Chennai on your most enlightening show of all time, post-mortem, because enlightenment begins here. Before we proceed further with regard to the updates, without further ado, it's time for us to know the recap of what we have discussed last week. Last week we have seen the historic background behind this so-called Yeru Tharuvudal or Jallikattu. Jallikattu is the word that has transcended from Sallikattu, which means tying a coin in the horns of the bull. But the exact name is Yeru Tharuvudal, that is, embracing the bull. However, scenario has changed after the enactment of Prevention of Cruelty to Animal PCA Act of 1960. Since then, various steps have been taken to safeguard and conserve the species of flora and fauna, especially the animals, in terms of India's gigantic environmental conservation. PCA specifically talks about preventing animals from cruelty. It mentions penal measures, it specifies punishment, it also grants imprisonments at the same time, it also grants exemptions. We are going to see everything from 1960 Act to what this newly amended PCA Tamil Nadu Amendment Act of 2017 that reinstated Jallikattu to preserve and promote the cultural identity of Tamil Nadu and to ensure the survival and the continuance of native bulls. We are going to see everything in coming minutes, and we are going to have the impartial analysis what PETA says about this new act, which was passed unanimously by the State Assembly after being ordinanced by the government with a nod from the President and the Council of Ministers of the Union. How far the procedures have been followed? We are not going to see about the protest alone, how far the protest has come to an end, but we are going to see the facts behind ordinance, the facts behind turning an ordinance into an act, and the informations behind the recent amendments to the PCA Act of 1960, what the PCA Act says about cruelty, what PCA Act contradicts in terms of cruelty as far as cruelty is concerned. We, the people of India, are known to be animal lovers for centuries. We are animal lovers, that's why animals have already occupied our daily life, be it dog, or birds, or cow, or bull, or pig, or even the forest wild animals. We are linked with it. We are known for safeguarding and securing the livelihood of the animals as well since time immemorial, but scenario has changed when the standard of living has turned to self-centric. Entire situation has turned from bad to worse. That's what forced the independent India to have a separate law terming prevention of cruelty to animals. And at the same time, the emergence of the animal rights groups banning, talking and alleging Indians to be uncivilized and brutal towards animals. We have seen about PETA, and we have seen the powers and functions behind PETA, and also have seen the dark realities in the last segment. In part 2, we are going to see what has happened on Monday, what has happened since Saturday in terms of the executive action. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. You're listening to Postmortem Enlightenment Begins with Balanagendran only on Radio Udaan of Light of Life. Today we are dissecting the PCA Tamil Nadu Amendment Act 2017, reinstating Jallikattu. What's in stake for the other states? We'll tell you in the next link.
यार सुमित, एक बात पूछूं?
हाँ पूछो।
तुम्हारे सारे फ्रेंड्स स्टिक यूज करते हैं, पर तुम क्यों नहीं करते?
यार मुझे स्टिक के साथ चलना बहुत अटपटा लगता है और लुक भी तो बिगड़ जाती है ना अपनी।
अच्छा, मुझे तो ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं लगता। तुम 1 मिनट यहीं रुको, मैं जरा अपनी इंस्टॉलमेंट पे करके आती हूँ, और कहीं जाना मत यहाँ से।
ठीक है। हेलो श्रेया।
हाँ सुमित।
यार कितना समय हो गया, कहाँ हो तुम?
माय गॉड, आई एम सो सॉरी सुमित। मुझे मेरी एक फ्रेंड मिल गई और मैं उसके साथ निकल गई। मैं भूल ही गई थी कि तुम मेरे साथ थे।
काश कि आपने सही समय पर केन का इस्तेमाल सीख लिया होता तो आज हालात ऐसे न होते। इसीलिए दोस्तों कीजिए केन से दोस्ती, क्योंकि नो केन नो गेन।
ओम मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुध्वजा।
भक्तजनों, इस मोह माया से भरे संसार में ना जाने कितनी ही दिक्कतें एवं परेशानियों ने सबको फुलटू फंसा रखा है और दुनियादारी में टोटली उलझा रखा है। परंतु चिंता का कोई विषय नहीं है प्रिय भक्तों, क्योंकि इन दिक्कतों से कुछ ना होता। देवी डिम्पल लेकर आ रही हैं इन सारी समस्याओं का समाधान। तो अब से एवरी फ्राइडे 8 to 9 PM सोशल कीड़े सर चढ़ के बोलेंगे इन ऑल इज वेल विद RJ डिम्पल ऑन योर फेवरेट रेडियो उड़ान, अ फ्लाइट ऑफ लाइफ।
न फिक्र करो बीते लम्हों की कि कल का सूरज निकलना बाकी है। मिल जाएंगी मंजिलें आपको हमेशा कि आपके हौसलों की उड़ान बाकी है। सुनते रहिए रेडियो उड़ान, द फ्लाइट ऑफ लाइफ।
Welcome back, friends, to the most enlightening show of all time, Postmortem with Bala Nagendra, and we are today dissecting part 2 of Jallikattu. Since Saturday, or to be exact, since Friday, on the 20th of January 2017, steps have been taken from the state government of Tamil Nadu, thanks to the non-violent mass protest, which India has never witnessed since independence. It can be cited because more than 40 lakh people assembled across the state without arms, but with ideas, thoughts, and vision that forced the central and the state government to act. In fact, it is necessary to say that the state government has taken the responsibility of acting by respecting the peaceful mass protest. Food, water, and all the things have been served among the protesters by themselves. They themselves cleaned the arena where they are protesting. They themselves helped each other. Children, including newborn, month-old babies, pregnant women, young kids, teenagers, adults, youths, elderly people, too old people, men, women, transgender, disabled, everyone gathered across the state. There were lectures, talks on the background behind the protest, and also what is the future steps ahead. Men, women sat together. They sat day and night. In fact, many experts have termed that Gandhian dreams have come true. Once upon a time, Gandhiji said, I quote, "When a woman is able to walk freely at 12 midnight, and that's where India becomes really independent." On this Republic Day, it is not wrong to say that the protest has proven Gandhian dreams to be true. On 20th, the state government has passed the ordinance and sent to the Home Ministry to have the nod of the President. In fact, if the Home Ministry grants its consent, which is equal to the consent of the President in this case, because this issue is dealt with the President, which is dealt by the Home Ministry in terms. However, the protesters were demanding that we don't need ordinance, we need an act. The government has to act, is what the unanimous demand of the protesters. But the central government and the state government have acted swiftly by hearing the voices and also promulgated the ordinance, and the state union government has given the assent, and thus the ordinance has finally been passed on Monday evening unanimously as a mark of achievement of the protesters, and thus making a way, providing a path to Jallikattu, a bull-embracing sport which is historic in terms of its livelihood, longevity, as it is more than 5,000 years old as per the evidence of history. When we talk a lot about ordinance, white people didn't want ordinance, but then why the state government has passed an ordinance or has moved an ordinance? What are the reasons behind it? How far the ordinance is passed? What the Article 123 and 213 of the Constitution of India says with regard to the ordinance making power of the President and the Governor respectively. What are the major amendments made in the PCA Tamil Nadu Amendment Act of 2017? How many sections of the PCA Act 1960 were amended? With the help of this amendment, what happens? We'll tell you everything in the next link only on Radio Udaan of Light of Life on your most enlightening show of all time. Postmortem with Balanagin, and today we are dissecting Jallikattu Part 2. Stay tuned.
कभी तड़प, कभी तन्हाई, कभी बेबसी, तो कभी इंतजार।
ये मर्जी क्या खूब है ना, जिसे
मोहब्बत कहते हैं। तो मामला हो टूटे दिल का, या आपको आपके अपने ही कर रहे हो नजरअंदाज,
फिक्र नॉट,
क्योंकि
स्नेहा के पास है
इन सब
का इलाज।
अब से हर शनिवार रात 8 से 9 नजर आएंगे प्यार के कुछ नए रंग इन नजराना प्यार का। मेरा अजय स्नेहा ओनली ऑन रेडियो ऑफ लाइट ऑफ लाइफ।
नैब इंडिया यानी नेशनल एसोसिएशन फॉर द ब्लाइंड इंडिया इंडिया की सबसे पुरानी संस्था है, जहां दृष्टिहीनों के लिए शिक्षा, रोजगार और पुनर्वसन की सेवा दी जाती है।
नैब इंडिया पर संपर्क करने के लिए हमें ईमेल करें hsg@nabindia.info पर। आप हमें कॉल भी कर सकते हैं। हमारा नंबर है 02266838637।
विकलांगों की आवश्यकताओं के अनुरूप समाज में बाधा रहित निर्माण ही है विकलांगजनों के लिए सहज जीवन का एहसास।
सहज सुगम विकलांग का जीवन, समय की है आवाज यही, सुगम में भारत अभियान सफल हो, सरकार का है प्रयास यही।
सार्वजनिक भवनों, सरकारी कार्यालयों, स्कूल, अस्पताल, पुलिस स्टेशन आदि के साथ साथ विभिन्न परिवहन व्यवस्थाओं जैसे रेलवे स्टेशन, बस स्टॉप, एयरपोर्ट आदि को विकलांग जनों की आवश्यकताओं के अनुरूप सुगम बनाया जा रहा है,
ताकि दृष्टि बाधित, श्रवण बाधित तथा अन्य विकलांग जन बाधा रहित जीवन के सुखद एहसास से गुजर सके।
अधिक जानकारी www.disabilityaffairs.gov.in से हासिल करें।
सुगम्य भारत, सशक्त भारत,
विकलांग जन सशक्तिकरण विभाग, भारत सरकार।
एक मंच जहां मिलती है महत्वपूर्ण जानकारियाँ,
सवाल हो और जवाब दूं।
एक मंच जहां होते हैं हंसी और ठहाके।
वाह। एक मंच जहाँ होती हैं चर्चाएं।
दूसरी वाली आपको नहीं समर्पित करूंगा।
कीजिए, बड़े स्पोर्टिंग।
आप पहले सुन लीजिए, उसके बाद कहिएगा आपको चाहिए समर्पण के नहीं चाहिए।
एक मंच जहां मिलेगा लोकप्रिय संगीत।
और इन सब के बीच एक ऐसा मंच जहां मिलता है सब कुछ। लॉग ऑन कीजिए www.radioudan.com और जुड़ जाइए हमारे साथ।
Welcome back, friends, to Post-Mortem, where we are talking about the Jallikattu Part 2. When we speak about the ordinance, first we have to look at the issues behind it. Why the state government has to pass an ordinance on the central law? First thing is that the PCA is created in the year 1960 by the Union government. Prevention of cruelty to animals. Cruelty against animals is in the concurrent list. As per the Constitution, which gives union, state and concurrent list with number of items. In the concurrent list, the prevention of cruelty to animals is placed. And thus, either the state or the center can pass an act. However, when there is a conflict between the both, the law of the union, that is the law of the center, prevails over the law of the state. And thus, in this issue, the PCA was enforced by the union, because of which the court has banned Jallikattu, and to reinstate the sport as it is in the concurrent list. The state can pass an ordinance in favor of reinstating and it has to get the nod from the union government, which is from the president, in turns from the home ministry, and thus the scenario has turned towards reinstating the sport. When we speak of the ordinance making powers, it is necessary for us to talk about the president and the governor, but the changes that has happened should have also been discussed. In the meantime, it is time for us to know that what the state governments have been doing to pass an act if the item is in the concurrent list. First, it passes the act if it is not already passed by the union government. Then, if there is no opposition from the union government, the act passed by the state prevails. On the other hand, the union's law prevails. If the union has already passed the law in which the state wants to have its amendment, for which the state has to possess or has to get the nod from the center, and that's what happened in this case. Let's get back to what the protesters have demanded. The protesters have simply demanded lift the ban, remove the bulls from the list of performing animals. The Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change has the list of registered animals and the rules which should not have been exhibited or trained for shows or any exhibition. Section 22 of the PCA Act of 1960 talks about it. As per that section 22, the bulls have been added in the year 2012 by the then national UPA, led by Congress. Since then, PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, and various other groups, including the Animal Welfare Board of India, have filed a suit in the court, and in the year 2014, Jallikattu has been banned. In the year 2016, January 6th, the union government has issued the notification lifting the ban, which was stayed by the Supreme Court, of which the verdict was stayed till the end of Jan 30. But day before yesterday, the union government has withdrawn its notification as the act was passed by the state. The act amends 6 sections of the PCA Act of 1960. As it removes the bulls from the list of performing animals, simply yes. It shows that no one can be punished in terms of Jallikattu as per the PCA Act of 1960, but they will be punished by the state government rules, which will be framed time and again as per the demand arises. Now let's get back to the ordinance making power of the president. The President can promulgate an ordinance as per Article 123 when both the houses of Parliament are not in session. When both the houses of Parliament are not in session, such period is called as recess. During recess, if the situation demands and the President is satisfied of such situations, then only the ordinance can be passed. The satisfaction in this case is not the satisfaction of the President himself. He has to act upon the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. He can promulgate an ordinance that has the lifespan of 6 months, but as soon as the session begins, it has to be accepted within 6 weeks by the houses, otherwise it lapses. In the meantime, it can be rejected by the houses or the parliament, or it can be accepted, or the President himself can withdraw the ordinance, as it has happened in the land acquisition case last year, upon the aid and advice of the President. The ordinance making power of the President under Article 123 guarantees the nod of the President or the decision of the President is final. There is no judicial review. In the year 1975, the 38th Amendment has added Clause 4 in Article 123, guaranteeing judicial review, which was repealed in the year 1978 with the 44th Amendment Act of the Constitution. And thus, the judicial review is reinstated. Judicial review is struck down. The promulgated ordinance can be re-promulgated at any number of times. For example, the land acquisition ordinance was promulgated for 3 times before it was withdrawn by the President or made it to lapse by the government. In terms of the union list, what we have said stands right, even if the union government passes the law on the concurrent list. When we talk about the ordinance making power of the governor, which is guaranteed under Article 213, 213, most of the provisions are comparable with that of the President, but there are 3 extreme cases where the governor has to need or has to look for the assent or the nod of the President. The situations demands the governor to reserve the bill for the assent of the President. At that time, Council of Ministers need not be discussed. We'll tell you more about the ordinance making power of the governor and more information pertaining to the recent PCA Tamil Nadu Amendment Act of 2017 reinstating Jallikattu in the coming links, only on Postmortem. Enlightenment begins here, only on Radio Udaan of Light of Life. Stay tuned.
हर वीकेंड आप सबका कोई ना कोई नया प्लान तो होता ही होगा ना। कभी फिल्म तो कभी यूं ही सिटी की सेंट्रल पार्क के बाहर सेल्फीज खींचना, या फिर कुछ भी मन न करे तो घर बैठे बैठे अपनी पसंद का खाना ऑर्डर कर लो। आपको पता है, हम जैसे कई लोगों के लिए तो आपका ये वाला प्लान भी पॉसिबल नहीं होता, लेकिन अब डेफिनेटली होगा। मेरा नाम मधु है, मैं देख नहीं सकती, आई एम विजुअली इम्पेयर्ड, बट यू नो व्हाट, नाउ गुड फूड टॉक्स।
अगर आप नहीं समझे तो हम बताते हैं। गुड फूड टॉक्स है इंडिया का पहला एक्सेसिबल रेस्टोरेंट फाइंडर एंड मेन्यू रीडिंग ऐप, खास दृष्टिहीन, कम दृष्टि, बुजुर्ग, डिस्लेक्सिक और ऑटिस्टिक दोस्तों के लिए। अब आप अपने मोबाइल, टैबलेट और कंप्यूटर पे कभी भी कहीं भी अपने आसपास के रेस्टोरेंट का नाम, एड्रेस, फोन नंबर और मेन्यू आसानी से पढ़ सकते हैं। बस गुड फूड टॉक्स ऐप एंड्रॉइड प्ले स्टोर से डाउनलोड करें। अ सक्षम एंड रेडियो मिर्ची इनिशिएटिव, लोकेशन पार्टनर बारबेक्यू नेशन।
किसी कवि की कल्पना, किसी लेखक के कलम, अपनी भावनाओं की स्याही में डूबकर उतरें जब किसी कागज पर बनकर शब्द, और पढ़ने और सुनने वालों की रूह को कर दें कुछ सोचने पर विवश। तो ऐसे लेखक और कवि की मनमोहक दुनिया से रूबरू कराऊंगी मैं अमिता अपने प्रोग्राम कागज कलम दवात में सोमवार रात 9 बजे और इसी प्रोग्राम को दोबारा सुन सकते हैं मंगलवार शाम 4 बजे रेडियो उड़ान पर।
रेडियो उड़ान सुन रहे सभी मित्रों को मेरा प्यार भरा नमस्कार। मेरा नाम मधु सिंघल है। मैं बेंगलोर में कार्यरत संस्था मित्र ज्योति, जो पिछले 25 वर्षों से दृष्टिहीनों एवं दूसरे विकलांग व्यक्तियों के लिए कार्यरत है, उसकी मैनेजिंग ट्रस्टी हूँ। इस संस्था की गतिविधियाँ इस प्रकार हैं। यहाँ पर दृष्टिहीनों के लिए ऑडियो में पुस्तकें रिकॉर्ड की जाती हैं। इसके साथ साथ ब्रेल में और स्कैन्ड पुस्तकें भी उनको दी जा रही हैं। कंप्यूटर प्रशिक्षण और रोजगार की सुविधाएं भी यहाँ प्रदान की जा रही हैं। दृष्टिहीन महिलाओं के लिए एक विशेष प्रकार का कोर्स चलाया जाता है, जिसमें उन्हें आत्मनिर्भर बनकर जीवन में आगे बढ़ने की क्षमता प्रदान की जा रही है। आप मित्र ज्योति से संपर्क कर सकते हैं। यहाँ का फोन नंबर है 08022587623 और 22587625। ईमेल एड्रेस है admin.office@mitrajyoti.org। वेबसाइट है www.mitrajyoti.org।
विकलांगों की आवश्यकताओं के अनुरूप समाज में बाधा रहित निर्माण ही है विकलांगजनों के लिए सहज जीवन का एहसास।
सहज सुगम विकलांग का जीवन, समय की है आवाज यही, सुगम में भारत अभियान सफल हो, सरकार का है प्रयास यही।
सार्वजनिक भवनों, सरकारी कार्यालयों, स्कूल, अस्पताल, पुलिस स्टेशन आदि के साथ साथ विभिन्न परिवहन व्यवस्थाओं जैसे रेलवे स्टेशन, बस स्टॉप, एयरपोर्ट आदि को विकलांग जनों की आवश्यकताओं के अनुरूप सुगम बनाया जा रहा है,
ताकि दृष्टि बाधित, श्रवण बाधित तथा अन्य विकलांगजन बाधा रहित जीवन के सुखद एहसास से गुजर सकें।
अधिक जानकारी www.disabilityaffairs.gov.in से हासिल करें।
सुगम्य भारत, सशक्त भारत,
विकलांग जन सशक्तिकरण विभाग, भारत सरकार।
कभी महक की तरह हम गुलों से उड़ते हैं, कभी धुएं की तरह पर्वतों से उड़ते हैं। ये कैचियां हमें उड़ने से खाक रोकेंगी कि हम परों से नहीं हौसलों से उड़ते हैं। जी हां दोस्तों, आप भी जुड़ जाइए हमारे साथ, अपने ख्वाबों की उड़ान लिए, अपनी कल्पनाओं की उड़ान लिए, अपनी ख्वाहिशात की उड़ान लिए। लॉग ऑन कीजिए www.radioudan.com और चलिए हमारे साथ एक कभी न खत्म होने वाले सफर पर, जिसका नाम है रेडियो उड़ान।
As we speak about Article 213, it also incomparable with that of Article 123 that guarantees the ordinance-making power of the President. Ordinance-making power of the President or the Governor is an exclusive powers of the Executive Office of the President and the Governor, respectively. Although the Governor is not elected but appointed by the President, Governor is not the agent of the Union governments. In the meantime, let's look at Article 213. The Governor can promulgate an ordinance when the State Assembly is not in session, or if there is a bicameral legislature. Bicameral legislature refers to the State Assembly that has two houses, as that of the Parliament, are not in session. Those periods, as we have already said, is known as recess. When the State Assembly is in recess, when the situation demands, and the governor satisfied of such situations, the governor can promulgate an ordinance under Article 213. There are 3 circumstances for which the governor has to seek from the nod of the president. If the governor feels it fit to have the bill be reserved for the president's assent. 2. If the bill makes a law on the concurrent list or amends any act which is already passed by the union government on the item which is specified in the concurrent list. Or 3. When he finds it necessary for the situation. At that time, the governor sends the ordinance to the president and waits for the president's assent. In case of reservation of the bill to the president, when the bill is sent to the president, there is no need for the assent of the governor again, if the assent is granted by the president. As per the ordinance of PCA Tamil Nadu Amendment was first sent to the president and then the governor accepted it. In fact, the ordinance has been sent to the president in prior permission of the governor because, as we have said earlier, the act amends the Union Government's Act that was framed on the items specified in the concurrent list. Therefore, ordinance is not simply an urgent act. It is an act or a kind of an act which is implemented or promulgated when the situation demands. It was promulgated when the scenario turned from bad to worse due to non-violent protest, which was increasing day by day, and it has been felt by the state government that it is necessary to have the solution at last. The governor then given his permission to frame an ordinance and send it to the president for the nod of the union government, granting permission to the government of Tamil Nadu to do the amendment that it was in the PCA Act of 1960, and ultimately governor has granted his assent, and thus there is no need for more presidential nod. The bill is passed, and soon it will be a full-fledged act, and it would pave a way for the bull embracing competition, in turn known as Yeru Tharuvudal or Jallikattu. And it's necessary for us to know what are the provisions that are amended in the PCA Act of 1960, how far it is going to make things permanent. And many experts are saying that placing the PCA Tamil Nadu Amendment Act of 2017 into the 9th schedule would bar the act from judicial review and thus won't hinder the sport anywhere in the future. Is that right? We'll tell you in the next link on Radio Udaan's most enlightening show, Post-Mortem. This is Balanagendran live from Chennai, providing you an impartial analysis of bull embracing competition Jallikattu Part 2.
आलू है गोभी है मटर टमाटर,
आलू है गोभी है मटर टमाटर बाबूजी एकदम बढ़िया ताजा है।
सेब है एकदम मीठा सेब बाबूजी, एकदम मीठा सेब ले लो।
अरे बाबूजी सेब ले लो, सेब एकदम मीठे हैं, बढ़िया एकदम ले लो बाबूजी।
अरे भैया ये सेब का भाव दिए?
अरे बाबूजी ले लो, 120 रुपए किलो हैं।
अच्छे हैं?
अरे एकदम बढ़िया बाबूजी, कश्मीरी सेब हैं।
अच्छा अच्छा, 2 किलो दे दो।
दे रहे हैं बाबूजी वहीं। ले बाबूजी।
अरे रे रे, 1 मिनट, तुम इन्हें पॉलीथीन में क्यों पैक कर रहे हो? ये बहुत खतरनाक होती है, क्या तुम्हें पता नहीं है?
बाबूजी ये कैसे?
देखो,
जब हम इन पन्नियों का यूज करते हैं तो इसमें रखा सामान खाने योग्य नहीं होता। दूसरा, जब हम इसे फेंकते हैं तो पशु पक्षियों के लिए भी खतरनाक साबित होता है। पानी में डालें तो पानी को भी दूषित करता है और साथ ही साथ हमारी नन्ही नन्ही मछलियां इसमें फंस जाती हैं, जिससे उनका दम घुट जाता है। या फिर हम इन पॉलीथीन बैग्स को जलाएं तो उससे निकलने वाली गैस जैसे कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड से हमारी स्वच्छ वायु दूषित हो जाती है। तो ऐसी खतरनाक चीज का हम उपयोग क्यों करें भला?
सही कहा बाबूजी आपने। अब हम कबहू ना प्लास्टिक का थैला इस्तेमाल करीब। अब तो हम हमेशा कपड़े का थैला इस्तेमाल करीब और पन्नी का भी इस्तेमाल नहीं करीब।
दोस्तों, ये तो समझ गए और आप नहीं समझे तो समझ जाइए।
रेडियो उड़ान द्वारा जनहित में जारी।
विजिट ऑन www.radioudan.com।
वॉइस फॉर ब्लाइंड क्लब में आप सभी का स्वागत है। क्लब का उद्देश्य है शिक्षा के माध्यम से आपको आत्मनिर्भर बनाना, रिकॉर्डिंग एंड स्क्राइब की प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करना। भारत के कई शहरों में वॉइस फॉर ब्लाइंड क्लब के सदस्य अपनी सेवाएं देना चाहते हैं। क्लब से कांटेक्ट करने के लिए मेल आईडी है voiceforblind voiceforblind@gmail.com। मोबाइल नंबर 9410480858। मैं अनीता शर्मा एंड मेरे क्लब मेंबर रिकॉर्डिंग एंड स्क्राइब की आवश्यकता को पूरा करने का हर संभव प्रयास करेंगे। अधिक जानकारी के लिए आप हमें मेल कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू सो मच।
बैरियर ब्रेक पेश करता है नया ऐप न्यूज हुक।
न्यूज हुक एक ऐसा ऐप है जिसे विशेष तौर पर विकलांगजनों और सीनियर सिटीजन के लिए एक्सेसिबल बनाया गया है।
ये ऐप टॉकबैक के साथ पूरी तरह कंपैटिबल है और इसमें खबरों के लिए साधारण इंग्लिश का इस्तेमाल किया जाता है।
तो आज ही अपने एंड्रॉइड प्ले स्टोर पर जाइए और टाइप कीजिए NEWZHOOK। डाउनलोड कीजिए और एंजॉय कीजिए न्यूज हुक। न्यूज हुक के साथ खबरें पढ़ते रहिए और एंजॉय करते रहिए। न्यूज हुक, अ ट्रेजर ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन।
प्रतिभा की पहचान।
विकलांगों की आवश्यकताओं के अनुरूप समाज में बाधा रहित निर्माण ही है विकलांगजनों के लिए सहज जीवन का एहसास।
सहज सुगम विकलांग का जीवन, समय की है आवाज यही, सुगम में भारत अभियान सफल हो, सरकार का है प्रयास यही।
सार्वजनिक भवनों, सरकारी कार्यालयों, स्कूल, अस्पताल, पुलिस स्टेशन आदि के साथ साथ विभिन्न परिवहन व्यवस्थाओं जैसे रेलवे स्टेशन, बस स्टॉप, एयरपोर्ट आदि को विकलांग जनों की आवश्यकताओं के अनुरूप सुगम बनाया जा रहा है,
ताकि दृष्टि बाधित, श्रवण बाधित तथा अन्य विकलांगजन बाधा रहित जीवन के सुखद एहसास से गुजर सके।
अधिक जानकारी www.disabilityaffairs.gov.in से हासिल करें।
सुगम्य भारत, सशक्त भारत,
विकलांग जन सशक्तिकरण विभाग, भारत सरकार।
प्रतिभा की पहचान,
प्रज्ञा की मुस्कान,
सबलांगों का साथी, ये है रेडियो उड़ान।
रेडियो उड़ान के प्रोग्राम्स की जानकारी के लिए, शोज में पार्टिसिपेट करने के लिए, किसी भी शो को फीडबैक देने के लिए, आर्काइव रिक्वेस्ट करने के लिए, आरजे बनने के लिए और अपने फेवरेट आरजेस की प्रोफाइल्स पढ़ने के लिए लॉग ऑन करें www.radioudan.com। स्काइप आईडी रेडियो उड़ान, ईमेल mail@radioudan.com। रेडियो उड़ान, a flight of life।
Welcome to the last segment of today's Postmortem, the Enlightenment begins here, only with Balanagin on Radio Udaan, Flight of Life, where we are dissecting Jallikattu Part 2 about the Ordinance and the Act and the provisions. Final segment talks about the amendments to the PCA 1960 by the PCA Tamil Nadu Amendment Act of 2017. As per the new amendment, 6 sections have been amended. Section 2, subsection D, class D, has added Jallikattu to be a part of the Act and be exempted from cruelty provisions. Section 3, subsection 2, removes the provisions of holding an animal, and bulls are exempted. Section 11, class F in subsection 3, exempts Jallikattu from being cruel, which means Jallikattu is not cruelty as per the Act. Includes dehorning the cattle, castration, nose roping, and branding, which are already termed non-cruel by the Act, which was passed in 1960. And then it also amends section 27, subsection 3, that is class C, and it removes the exhibition and training classes for bulls, and thus there won't be penal measures for the exhibition or training of bulls for the sport. It adds a class in the miscellaneous section, section 28A, where it defines Jallikattu to be the event of conducting bulls with a view to preserve and promote the culture and tradition in the largest part of Tamil Nadu state, in order to help the bulls survive and continuance of native bulls. The Jallikattu includes Yeru Tazhuvudal, that is Manju Virattu, Erudu Vidum Vizha, and Vadamadu. It didn't add regular race, which is a cart race, into the sport. And the Act also says that the person cannot be punished for conducting bulls in Jallikattu under the PCA Act of 1960, and thus it removes the bulls from the list of performing animals. Hence, the ban on Jallikattu has no valid. As per many experts, if the recently passed Act is placed in the 9th schedule, which guarantees judicial immunity, would bar the court from entering into reviewing the Act. May not be completely true, because since 2007, after the I.R. Coelho judgment, the Apex Court upheld that any act which is in contravene to the provisions of Article 14, 15, 19 and the red provisions of Article 21 of the Part 3 of the Constitution is qualified for judicial review despite being in 9th schedule. And the Act should also not abridge or violate the basic structure of the Constitution, which was guaranteed by the Keshavananda Bharati case in the year 1973 on the month of April 24. Thus, no act should violate Article 14, 15, 19 and 21 of the fundamental rights, and should not violate the basic structure of the Constitution as per 24 April 1973. Those acts are not prone for judicial review, or else it is valid despite being in the 9th schedule. Because of the Act, the protest has come to an end, but the process is on. The Jallikattu is scheduled to be held on 1st, 2nd and 5th of February in various places. On February 1st, it is going to be at Alanganallur, the world-famous Jallikattu hub. And we are looking forward to the large number of audience to visit one of the historic bull embrace sports of the ancient, old but purest culture and tradition of Tamil Nadu as well as India. With that note, it's time for me to take a leave and to pay away for the RJs to host the show Tech City, followed by Dil Se Dil Tak. I'll meet you all on Sunday 8 to 9 p.m. in your most informative show World This Week. Till then, take care of yourself if possible. Take care of others. Good night. Buenas noches. Vanakkam.